Let's talk about looking profesh in a digital world. In this video, we're going to dive into websites and how Agent CRM has prepared some assets to take your professionalism, hopefully, to the next level. Now, I've seen what some agents are sending as their online presence. Here's my link. No shame, but we want to go to the next level because when we send our websites, and let's go here and jump into what's been prepared, it sends a signal that you're credible and professional. And this is the template that we've provided for all of our users. We've got multiple insurance lines available: life, final expense, annuity, and more. And what we're going to do in this video is show you how to set up your Agent CRM funnel so that you can attract and qualify high intent leads, as well as put your best foot forward in this digital world. So here's the funnel, just as an overview. If you have a different product like Medicare, it's going to say Medicare, and we've preloaded all of that information in here. Now, of course, everything will be customizable. We'll go through that in a moment. But if you followed along through other videos, you've seen in the customizer how your branding will instantly be put into every section on this website. So let's go behind the scenes and see what does that look like under the hood. If we're in our account here, we're going to go on to the left-hand side. We're going to go to sites, and we're going to see an overview of all of the assets that are in our account. Now, I've got a couple here: life insurance, Medicare, recruitment, etc. And what you can do, if you have told us ahead of time what product you sell, you may already see that specific funnel in here. If you've got a lot and you just imported something, maybe check the last update date, and that will show you what's been most recently added. Now, one quick clarification: funnels, websites, kind of the same thing, a little bit different, but we're going to be focusing on the funnel feature specifically. And that's where we direct all of our users to build their online platforms, profile, whatever. So we're going to go through here and show the ACA funnel behind the scenes. You're going to see inside of that folder ACA, and check it out. We've got a home page, which I just showed you. We've got a calendar page, which we can actually send this link. This link here will look a lot better. We can change that slug calendar 555. We can share that in a little bit. But this is going to be a much better way to share your online or a digital access to a calendar because it looks polished and professional. Now, I haven't set up the calendar in this specific one. So if you've been following along, you've already done a step that, shame on me, I missed. But let's go back here to show the other ones. Privacy policy, that's included as well, which is required for FCC compliance as well as A2P or phone carrier registration and compliance. All of the terms and policies are included, and if you want to add or modify, these are standard ones that are a great starting place. All of your information will be auto-filled into the right places if you filled in the customizer. Let's go back here. Privacy policy, terms and conditions. We've also got a document upload if you want your clients or your leads to send specific files to you. We do have a portal. And let's go into the actual editor itself here. If I click on any step and I click edit, I like to do it in a new tab. We're going to be brought to the editor view itself. Now it's going to load here on us, and it's going to show us the back end. Now this is the portal for uploading files. Let's make myself a little bit smaller here. And you can see that the form is attached here. More stuff will open up if we preview. But behind the scenes, check it out. We can jump between the tabs or steps in your funnel. So let's go to the home page as a better example. So for an ACA funnel, Affordable Care Act, or if we're doing life, we've got this funnel, and we've got what are called custom values. Now, these are for your account, for your business. So if you filled in the customizer, it's going to automatically plug those into here. This is the back end. It looks kind of like a bunch of code, but if I hit on the top right, preview, you can see it filled that information in. So if you want to see what the full site looks like, the editor is only going to be the behind the scenes. Let's go back there together. So scrolling down, your face from the customizer, your bio, everything pre-fills. You should not have to edit any of this. But of course, if we want to, we can come in and click on the boxes. We can change the text. Once you start to get familiar with what is an orange box, what is a purple or blue box, it starts to make sense pretty quick, but you don't have to do any adjustments based on how we've designed it. Your testimonials fill in automatically here, so you can get right out the gate without any additional effort. Now, there will be some animations and there will be some extra features with the code that we've put in. So don't touch this if you don't want to break anything. But what we've tried to do is present you something that feels like people put a lot of work into it, because this sends a great signal to your potential leads who you want to convert those leads to appointments and then to clients. So even look at this little shimmer. Super proud of that little extra element that just feels polished. Now there's the form and everything. But again, everything is ready if you've done the customizer and extra steps out of the box. One note, if you are editing, you can definitely connect with our team, especially if you're on the pro plan for deeper work on these funnels. But what you should be aware is that the desktop view and the mobile view are built separately. To make the alignment perfect and beautiful, if you make changes on one, it will not automatically change on the other. So I'm giving you all this information, but you don't, again, have to make any changes. I just want you to be aware of what has been done on your behalf. One last note here before I go back to domain settings is that things like, let's see here, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, if you have filled in the customizer, these will appear or disappear based on what social media links you've dictated. So again, as little work as possible, that's the name of the game for us in providing these assets. But yes, you'll still have a learning curve in how to set this up. Let's go back here to steps overview. So if you told us ahead of time, hey, Will, I do health, I do final expense, we actually have connected, potentially, a domain for you. Now, it might look like this, willwinter.producer page. We have given you a subdomain so that the funnel is actually live and ready to go. You can start using this link. But some of you might already have an actual domain yourself. So what we can do is we can go here to settings, and you can see in this example, I've got a domain already. Now, there are other settings you might want to adjust, other features, but the essential is just making sure that there's something that is live already. So what we can do is we can either choose from the one that we have, or we can purchase or connect a domain directly from inside of the system. So let's go to purchase domain here, because having something that's branded to you feels even more polished. Again, we want to present ourselves as a credible, legit pro. And what we have the ability to do is search for a domain. Let's say I am Will Winter Profesh Agent, and I can see what's available. Now through this, let's see, we've got a few different options here. I keep getting myself in the way of the screen. You can see there are different options if you are looking for .com, .org, etc. And .com, roughly $20 per year. The value of this is huge because it's extra credibility that puts our best foot forward. So if you purchase that, there will be very straightforward steps. Maybe we'll even try to do one here. But the tool tips and the instructions are super straightforward. They make it almost foolproof, but we do have our live team for support. So check it out. Just bought the domain. It is now in there, and it will take a couple seconds for it to refresh or populate. So I'll keep talking while we do that. Maybe I'll pause it if I have to. If you have a domain already hosted elsewhere, like GoDaddy, all you're going to do is you're going to click on Connect Domain, Funnel Browser, And then you're just going to type in your domain. And what's going to happen next is it's going to look through the internet, where is that hosted? And it's going to say, this is GoDaddy. Let's authorize or log in. Super straightforward to connect your own domain. But while we got here, let's see. Might take a couple seconds, so I'll hit the pause. All right, check it out. That probably took about 2 extra minutes for me, not long at all. And what we're going to do here is just click Manage. And we're just going to connect it. So again, you follow the prompts. It's pretty straightforward. So I need to connect the domain to something. So we connect it, and we want to connect it to a funnel. And we want to choose the domain. Yep, that's the domain we want. Connect it. I want to make sure all the records are going to the right place. So just follow the prompts, connect. Takes another second here. It's all getting started. I've done this a couple times on other demos. It takes like 3 to 5 minutes max. Domains authorized, add records, boom. And yeah, in most cases, just follow the written instructions and you'll do just fine. All right, now what you didn't see, it actually failed. And what I did was just try it again and it worked. So just try it a few times. If it rejects, this is a newly purchased domain, but we're now in, pretty straightforward. And we just want to connect it to a funnel. So what we're going to do is just select, this is the funnel I want to connect it to. Select the home page. So if I just search the URL, what's the home page we land on? Bonus options not really needed. Let's proceed to finish here. And it's now going to connect this domain to that funnel that we've been going through. Now we might need to disconnect because we had an existing funnel. Maybe you guys, there it is. Boom, all set. Perfect. So let's go back. We've got this domain, and maybe we can manage and clean up the other ones. It looks like there's an action required because that's the life insurance funnel. Perfect. So we got 2 different funnels there. Let's go back. We got ACA funnel. And now we're connected. You can see here, boom, willprofeshagent.com. The extra string of URL, that's not necessary. You can clean it up a little bit. But if people are following the links themselves, let's see. I'll do 1 or 2 others so you guys see how to make this look top notch. Calendar, maybe the calendar page, I want to call it book. Update the step. And so now what I can do is I can use that within like 3 minutes of purchasing the domain. I now have a proper, cool, awesome looking website, willwinterprofeshagent.com/book, and it would take me directly to my calendar page. Or if I search just the regular domain, willwinterprofeshagent.com, it's going to take me right there. Super easy, super straightforward. Just follow the written instructions. And now you have a domain that you can use anywhere. Put it on your business card, put it on your Facebook profile. Now, one last step here that I'll mention, the calendar page itself. Calendar. Now, what we want to do is if we've done the setup and the calendar's live, that's in the previous training, we want to publish the calendar. That was the issue here, which the other trainings show. But what we want to do is go back to the customizer. And now that we have a really good looking calendar, we want to say in the customizer ACA, we want to punch in that cool link. Instead of the basic link that takes us just to the calendar page, now we've got a cool link that leads us to a branded website. So that's the final step here. Drop into our quick fix calls or our expert help calls if you're a pro user, and we can help you to dial in any extra steps. But we hope that this funnel, this website serves you in taking your insurance business to the next level. Thanks for watching.